I'm thinking of just getting. I'm just need two Yetis. The thing is, I have two different computers. When I do all my editing, I have to film on this computer. I have to plug my Yeti in. Then I have to plug it out, and I stream everything on here. And I do all my really political content on here. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, dude. I can give my thoughts on that debate if you want. I mean, I was watching some of it. They don't even debate the actual event. But, I mean, yeah, we have some big stuff here today. I'm sick of politics and want to talk about college football. Well, then you should ask me a question. Do you have NCAA 25? Yeah, I do. It's been a little bit disappointing. But this is what I said Trump was probably going to do. Trump proposes 1 year in jail for flag burning. I mean, look, people are going to say it's unconstitutional. My argument against it would be if you kill a bald eagle, even though they're not endangered, you get a stiffer penalty than any other bird. So, because that's a symbol. That's a symbol of the United States. So is the U.S. flag. So I can understand people say, well, it's unconstitutional. You should have freedom of speech. But what they did yesterday was totally criminal. I mean, it wasn't even legal to do that. You can't rip a flag down and put a Palestinian flag up. Libs on X have been insufferable. Yeah, man, I gotta start looking at some of the lib stuff. It's more of an echo chamber of right wing shit with me. But I said I was gonna get another account and look at all the liberal shit. It's just based off of your preferences, I guess, what stuff you like, what you watch, things like that. Keep the live streams going. Yeah, I mean, I'll try and keep them going, as much as possible. It's kind of, I mean, it maybe like I've never actually tried to live stream for like a week straight or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and there's a potential to build up a base. With YouTube, it's a humbling experience. That's all I'll say. What do you think of that phone that showed up to Crook's house in DC? Yeah, man, I'm very skeptical on that. The problem is, man, there is just so much shit that ends up being false. And I know people are like, well, how can it be false? But it's like whenever you see stuff on X, it's almost like you just have to assume a lot of it is at least partially fake. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of this stuff is just fake. But listen, maybe that's true. I mean, but dude, honestly, if there was someone from the FBI or someone within, the government contacting this kid, would they really be that dumb to have their phone tracked through advertisements on it? Don't you think they'd be able to either not bring I mean, it just seems ridiculously stupid if that's a crazy conspiracy and it goes to the government and they're telling him what to do. I tend to believe they wouldn't be that stupid. Is NCAA hard? The game? Yeah, I mean, they did make it pretty hard, especially when you go on the road. It's a pain in the ass. I mean, they got like the noise shit and all that. Please do more NCAA football stuff if you can. Dude, I was on Reddit and I was asking people if I could use, because everyone posts their clips where they're like, I mean, there's so many glitches. I want to make like a big compilation of all the glitches that people have. They're like, there'll be the leprechaun, the Irish leprechaun showing up at like UNLV games against East Carolina. There are so many glitches in that game. It's sad. Not the flag burning crap again. Well, the problem with it, I mean, I guess if you did make it a year in jail, nobody would do it. They'd be discouraged. But these people don't really give a shit. It was already confirmed they got paid to do it. They were busting. They were all paid. Whatever sentence they'll get, whatever fine they'll get, it'll all be paid off for them. This is what they're paid to do. They're paid to disrupt. We've got this. I might do a video on this tomorrow. An AI reveals that Kamala Harris's political ideology mostly aligns with communism and socialism. Did you guys see there's a new American Communist Party or something? And it's a bunch of just, I was going to say a bad word, like a one you're not allowed to say. You could say fucking shit on here, but there's some words you can't say. It's just a bunch of white dudes. It's just hilarious that they're starting the Communist Party now. Oh. Guys, I have an idea. What if we could all just make the same amount of money? Nobody will be homeless. I mean, God, I can't believe I just solved everything. Anything ever come of the mysterious gray suit dude? Well, I would imagine that's probably someone within maybe the local police, or that didn't seem like. I don't know. I mean, I feel like people just immediately make assumptions and things. After seeing how the Secret Service can't imagine a personal phone with yeah, there's just no way, man. People have to like understand it just, if they did do something to where they tried to convince a kid, they would not like go to his house with a phone that's trackable. There's no way. It's too good to be true. Biden is a piece of shit. Yeah, I really haven't really focused on Biden much recently. I guess, it's funny because he's still the president, but it just doesn't matter anymore. No Republicans are talking about Biden because it doesn't matter. Don't you love what our border czar has done? Dude, but like, how childish are these arguments? Did they call her the border czar or not? And it's Republicans, Democrats, no, yes, no, yes. The bottom line is she's the most liberal senator in 2019. You've got unbiased AI who takes all of her political beliefs into account, calling her a socialist and a communist. You've got her saying she wants everyone into the country. She wants illegal immigration. I don't care if they called her a border czar. I care what she, what are her plans for the border? And she does not, she allows illegals in. I mean, she said that multiple times. She wants illegals to come in. And now, because it doesn't suit her, she changes up. So it's like we can argue the borders are. It's like a fifth grade argument. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, they did call her the borders are like 5 times, but who even cares? She wants illegals into the country. She's ready to debate Trump, but refuses to commit to the Fox debate. Yeah, did you see the news? Trump came out, his campaign came out, and BLM's come out against her. That's weird I wonder if BLM got paid by someone to come out against her. I don't know. It's just very weird behavior from them. Why would they come out against a minority female running? Like, even if you want to say it's not democratic, why would they have that? It feels like they can be bought. I mean, I would think a Democrat would just buy them to shut up. Merch. I mean, dude, I don't think I don't think it would be worth it for me to try and do merch. Trump can beat Kamala by putting a live stream in Oakland. The cameras could be stolen. Well, yeah, you see they were stealing the stoplights. Now they only use stop signs in Oakland because they were stealing the valuable thing inside the stoplights, the technology of the light. Apparently you can pawn it for like $40-50. So they've had to take all the stop lights down after they replaced a bunch of the lights inside of them because the lights were getting stolen and they were just hollow and they didn't work because the lights were gone. Do you like Kamala's laugh? I mean, I guess it's kind of funny. It's not as good as the whisper, but come on. Is Kamala the next Stalin? No, she's not. But she was really liberal. I mean, she'll do whatever they say. Does the VP pick significantly change the outcome? No, the VP pick never does. It might maybe change a state, maybe. But a lot of that is, it's not going to have a huge impact. I've been really frustrated with Trump campaign. He's not attacking hard enough. I mean, I think he's attacking. You might be frustrated because Trump's not on X. That could be a legitimate frustration. Like, I think Trump should be on X. I mean, I guess it's because if Trump goes on X, it devalues Truth Social, which he owns. But I think he needs to be on X. I would say that's a legitimate argument, yeah. I think the most stolen Walmart in the country is in Oakland. Dude, Walmart gets so much shit stolen. Oh, they got to be the number one, or maybe like a Dollar General, but like Walgreens. I don't. They don't even care though. They make so much money. It doesn't matter because they sell so much shit. What are my thoughts on 50% of the pop? Yeah. Richard, yeah, you're trying to cancel me, man. I have some thoughts on that. Are you going to bet on college football? I normally don't bet on college football. With me, it's more. I do a lot of crypto. I do a lot of crypto. I don't really bet on sports. Rasmussen came out and said that Trump's up on Kamala. Yeah, but none of those polls really make sense. If he was up by 20 on independents, he would be up by way more than 7 points. The way they're doing polling, and that goes for all of those polls, they'll say, well, Trump's up by 5, but age 18 to 29, he's up by 20. Then he would be up by way more. He would not be up by 5. Good point. Who goes on Truth Social? Yeah, they literally have to screenshot Trump's posts on Truth Social and put them on X. He only tweeted once. Yeah, he tweeted. I was actually just saw on his profile. I wanted to check how many followers he has. I was surprised Kamala has 20 million followers. I thought she would have like 7 million or something. I mean, I guess I don't really look at that, but Trump has like 87 million. I just wanted to see because I was surprised Kamala had 20 million. Am I on Rumble? Yeah. Someone approached me and they said they could get me verified on Rumble, and so but the thing is, I've been bad with posting on there. Normally it's just reposted videos from YouTube, so you're not missing anything. Unless somehow a video gets demonetized, then I guess I'll just post it on Rumble. But Rumble's system is really weird, man. It's really weird. I don't like the way when you upload a video, you get no views, and then 5 hours later you get like 50K, and then you get 0. Like, it's just, with YouTube, it's just a nice increase. Are you making enough money to live off? Yeah, I am. Would you make crypto videos? I don't think so, man. But that's just because the thing is, like, even breaking into politics at least a little bit, it's so hard to break into these niches when you've already got one. And then that's another pivot. I don't think my channel can handle it. It would take a lot of effort to. I mean, I guess anything's possible, but there's no way. It's just, I'm not into doing that right now. Do you think Obama will eventually endorse Harris? Yeah, I mean, I think the compromise would probably be Kelly becomes the VP. But I don't even know if... Dude, Obama is... Well, I don't know Mark Kelly exactly, but I would imagine he's probably a lot more likable because people are just looking for like a moderate... They just want someone that's not crazy. And... Yeah, Obama is mad at Biden. I talked about that in a video. Because Biden endorsed Harris. He didn't want Biden to endorse Harris. Am I still playing NCAA 25? Well, I mean, it just came out. Yeah, I'm doing a dynasty with Boston College. I want to just make Boston College good. I don't know, man. I wish there were FCS teams. That would be the real thing. If Trump jumped back on X, he'd have 100. Yeah, he'd have over that. Because what does Elon have? 120 million? Like 130 million, man? Check polls for the election. There's not a lot of polls. I mean... I guess these are the updated polls if you want to see them. Here, I'll refresh it, see if there was anything else that came in. They got to verify something here. What is this bullshit? Yeah, those are the updated polls, I guess. Also, that Rasmussen was oversampled. Well, they need to oversample. Yeah, but Rasmussen, the way they do polls it's Republican lenient. They have a bias pro-conservative. I mean, maybe they're doing +2 Dem sample to try and fix it. I don't know. But honestly, a +2 Dem sample kind of makes sense if you think about the popular vote in the country. Because that is based on the popular vote. Obama and BLM should endorse Trump. I mean, it'd be funny to see them endorse a third party. They never endorse Trump. But no, they're going to have... I mean, I don't know about BLM. I think they're going to have to... Someone's going to have to buy him off within the Democratic Party to get him on board. And Obama will get on board, I think. Trump University. Yeah, you could add Trump University to 2025. You got to do a custom team, a team builder. Kelly is a moderate but wouldn't be under the current movement in the Democratic Party. Yeah, I think Obama knows that people are just looking for like a moderate or something, that just any reason to vote against Trump. Some independents are. But Kamala is such a buffoon and a clown. Kamala is not beating Trump. Even Obama knows it. Kamala is not officially the nominee. Yeah, but it's basically, I mean, there's I guess a 5% chance maybe. Best nonpartisan pollster. I mean, it's hard to say, man. I mean, any of the national polls, I mean, Fox is kind of, they were actually kind of anti-Trump based on the polling. I mean, I could look and see, like, they do grade pollsters. It's interesting. Historical polling archive, is that what it would be? Um, yeah, this is not what I wanted. I do. Let me just see favorability of these leaders. Biden's at -17. He actually went up a little bit, but it doesn't matter at this point. Trump's at -9. That's very good for Trump. Kamala's at -11 and a half. I mean, those numbers are just great for Trump in comparison. Mike Johnson -4.2. Hakeem Jeffries -3. Schumer -14. McConnell -40. I was talking about that. How bad McConnell was. Isn't Kelly very anti? Yeah, someone was saying that on stream. He's extremely anti-gun. Well, he has a story with his wife dying and stuff, and I'm sure Obama, that would be a good story to use for an election. Sorry, my iPad went dead. It's understandable. Thoughts on Truth Social? I mean, its interface is horrible to use. It's pretty much it. And it's a Republican echo chamber. I guess, listen, X can be a Republican or Democrat echo chamber because of the algorithm on it. But it's just a way better interface. I'm getting spammed on YouTube with Harris ads. Yeah, they've started their funding apparatus. A lot of people have reported that. Do you think the Democrats' elite wanted an early debate to give them enough time to replace Biden? Yeah, I think that's the going thought. It's very rare to have a debate. Nobody thought a debate would ever happen in August, let alone July, let alone June. Even though it was late in June, it's crazy to have one that early. There had to be a method to that, and obviously, it's been kind of exposed. They wanted Biden out. They had to blackmail him. Kelly is at 42%. Yeah, he's got to be leading if he's at 42%. Shapiro, I think, is probably at around 20%. Everyone hates, yeah, dude. You'd think these people, you could just get these people out of office at some point. It's so bad. Do you think Trump is going to be unpredictable like he was in the last two cycles? Also, isn't it good that he's up in all polls for the popular vote? Oh yeah, it's amazing that he is. I mean, but this is not election night, so we can sit here and be happy. But if this was election night, I mean, there would be I would have a huge thought that Trump would win. I would be very confident that Trump would win if the polls looked like this on election night. But the question is, will they? Will Harris win Arizona if she picks Kelly? I mean, it's going to help her a few points. I don't know if she'll win it. But winning Arizona, they got to win the Rust Belt and Arizona as well. I hope the Taylor Swift fans rallying around Kamala doesn't ruin the election. Did Taylor Swift endorse her? X isn't always an echo chamber. Yeah, I mean, listen, it feeds what you want it. Its goal is not to try and give you the other side. I mean, maybe if something could trigger you on the other side, so you comment and you get more engagement. I guess that could be an argument, but most of the time you're just going to be in an echo chamber as long as there's an algorithm, because it pushes you to what you want to see and what you agree with. Thoughts on the White Sox being fit? Dude, I'll tell you what, MLB this year, they got to do something with the balls. No homo, but like seriously, there's no scoring. It's gotten like really bad. I mean, there'll be like 8 players with OPSs around 650 in a lineup. It is terrible. Harris is gonna win the election. I hope I'm wrong, but the younger generation, no, man. I think you're wrong. I mean, most of those younger kids don't vote. You don't have to worry about those kids. You know, that's. I would be shocked if Trump lost to Harris. Absolutely shocked. If Trump wanted to wait until September to debate Biden, would the Democrats have enough time to replace Biden? Well, I think they probably would still replace him. Because think about it. Biden's mental. Honestly, I don't know. Because let's remember before the debate, they were doing all the bullshit. CNN was absolutely behind Biden going into that debate. They were 100%. It was all bullshit. Conservatives were lying. He's fine. So if Trump said, no, I'll debate you in September, which honestly, I mean, it wouldn't, like, that's normally when the debates happen, September, October. So maybe they would have had to have stuck with Biden, or something would have happened. They could always use the health reason or something like that, you know. I mean, they wanted the incumbent advantage, so they tried to run Biden and give him a chance during the debate, and he got crushed. Did you see the video of Elon Musk saying he didn't donate 45 million to that was made up by Wall Street? Well, no, I think it was made up by the Wall Street Journal. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I did see that video. I think Musk might be donating under the table, honestly. Musk is trying to keep, well, honestly, he's not neutral at this point. I think he's pretty conservative, but he's trying to keep more of a neutral thing like Rogan does. Yeah, I did see the Rockies score 20 runs. Yeah, the young people are not turning out. They're not educated. They won't turn out. They don't even know an election's happening, most of them. Do you think you'll ever hit 1 million subs? I don't know. That's very tough. That's going to be very tough. I probably have to change my content. Harris website for money is election fraud. Yeah, well, they are committing election fraud. They're doing money laundering. Trump will lose due to demographics. I don't agree with that. I mean, as long as, listen, do we really think? Let's understand what do these elections come down to? They come down to the Rust Belt. I actually think Biden would do better than Harris. Who the fuck is voting for Harris in the Rust Belt? I know people will. I understand that. But how? I don't think Harris is going to get enough votes in the Rust Belt to win any of those states. There's no way. Most, if not all, women, gays, and Democratic straight men will vote for Kamala. So it will be a tough race. I mean, no, I think some women, maybe Trump loses women like 45 to 54 or something. I don't think it's that bad. The young will turn out because of mail-in ballots. They go around giving people ballots. That's what they did in 2020. Lichtman just said on his live stream that Harris is favorite. I mean, who cares? I mean, it's just not. I don't care. I mean, go look at the betting. Go look at the polls compared to 2016 or 2020. Make a Minecraft server. I don't think so, man. I don't really play Minecraft. I agree with the Rust Belts. Yeah, I think people have to calm down. This is like suddenly Harris is in, and she didn't. There's no democratic process. They just give it to her, and now we're supposed to think, oh, she's gonna win now. All the women are gonna. It's gonna be a superpower. Black men do not like Kamala. Well, Kamala is 20% black. I view Kamala as more of just a mixed race minority than a black woman. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, let's be honest. I probably would want 1 million subs, but there is something better about kind of just not dealing with that and not dealing with people that they recognize you and all that stuff. It's a problem. Can you start doing live coverage of major news events? I mean, if something major happens, because I've been doing more live streams, like if a situation with Trump and like what happened with Trump almost getting killed, I would do a live stream, something like that. But like some of these events, it has to be a big event for me to do a live stream on it, like reacting to something live. So probably that wouldn't happen very much. I know a lot of women who don't want a female president. Well, I mean, yeah, but a lot of them also do. That's anecdotal to say you like how many women do you know? Like 20. It's Kamala hasn't given any policy. It's whatever the establishment Democrats want. That's the policy that she's going to go with. I don't live in LA, man. Kamala is as black as Barack. No, I think Barack's blacker than Kamala. Yeah, Mr. Beast is he tried to distance himself last night. I saw that. He's a clown. Did you see Amazon banned the book that was critical of Kamala? Dude, all this shit is just so crazy. Like what all these networks are doing. The right isn't helping themselves by obsessing over Kamala being a woman of color. Well, no, I don't think anyone really cares about that. Who's obsessing over that fact? I mean, all people said was it was a DEI thing, and it was. I mean, that's just the reality. I mean, it seems like if she's DEI, she's DEI. R.I.P. Joe Rogan. You're just saying random shit, dude. I saw Tucker pass Joe Rogan in terms of I guess the number one podcast, the most podcast listens or whatever on Spotify. Rogan's apparently having Alex Jones on and Trump on soon. So he needs to come back and actually do it. Maybe I'll react to that. I would react to Joe Rogan having Alex Jones or Trump on, but it's kind of hard to react to that because those are 3-hour podcasts. So and then I'd have to pause it and say stuff in between it. It'd be kind of hard. It'd take like 5 hours. Who is Mitch McConnell? He's the favorite to be the Republican nominee in 2028. Chris Tyson and Big Mike are both handsome. Chris Tyson. Is Kamala with Mr. Beast? Yeah, they have a secret little relationship. Any plans on vlogging, dude? I mean, I feel like I get asked that all the time. I don't know, man. I need someone to I can't just vlog myself. It's not good. It just ends up cringy. I mean, I think vlogs I guess are cringy in general. I'll do vlogs. I mean, vlogs could be like a completely different component that might be good. I don't know. Joe Rogan having Trump would be crazy. Well, Trump wants to do it. I think it's on Rogan. I should do a live stream with I don't know who that is. 666. That's not a favorable name. That's not a good impression. No, do you think Trump is going to win? Yeah. Joe Rogan should have Alex Jones and Trump on simultaneously. No, because then they would take away from each other. And plus, Trump would. Yeah, you'd have to have him on at different times. I can't see McConnell ever. Yeah, I was joking. McConnell's like the most hated person. Minus 50 approval rating. I mean, they only did one approval, but it is kind of funny. What I will do is, I don't know what I should put up, like just a night sky or something. No, but then it wouldn't. I need. So the thing is, I got a nice light that I ordered off Amazon, and I got a ring light. So I can change this to nighttime settings once I get my ring light, because I'll have the ring light over the top. It'll illuminating me, and then this can be my X can be on the night settings that everyone wants. They were saying July 24th is good. Yeah, if Trump would have died, they would have thrown parties. Yeah, he better be close to retirement. He's Gen Z here. I've been very much aware of politics since I was a teen. First voted GOP at 21, now 23. Will vote for Trump and all the Republicans this November. Yeah, I mean that's good, man. A lot of young kids really don't really care about politics. I guess it's a good thing for our party, right? New Jersey is a swing state. I think we need new. I don't. I wouldn't call it a swing state. No, Harris is still the favorite there, pretty handily. It would become a swing state if we get more polling and it's really close, but we need a lot more polls. The fact that her rating is lower than Cheney, her approval rating is Kamala. No way. Cheney's got to be negative 90. I mean, but I guess the Democrats like her. The Democrats have a good approval rating on Liz Cheney. Dude, when I know I'm a Chad when I wear glasses, but I can't wear the glasses because my eyes haven't adjusted to them. I can't wear the glasses. I gotta try and get them my eyes to adjust to them. Did you ever get that weird robot phone charger? No, that was just something I made fun of. That wasn't a charger. It was like just a. I mean, it did charge your phone if you wanted to. It was like this 20-in-1. I forgot what its name was. It was such a. I think it was Louis or something. That thing was dumb. I think that thing already got recalled. That was the dumbest product I've ever seen. If Trump died, everyone would. Yeah, if Trump died, it would be really bad news, man. Really bad news. 162 games. I think that's fine. I don't think it's too many. Nelly, 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 Nelly. Take me out to dinner first. I think Trump will win New York. I think that might be a little bit. We might be asking a little bit too much for Trump. Trumpy boy might not have it in him to win New York. Let's just get the rust built. Do you lift weights? I used to do that like a few years ago. Yeah. MLB attendance is doing really well because of the shorter games and really good weather. Will you please cover the general election? I do cover the general elections. If you want me to go to the polls, I'll just go to the polls. Oh, here it is, the scorecard. It was right in front of my eyes. So you asked for the best. Any of the ones that are like 50-50 are the best. So some of these don't even poll anymore. A lot of these I haven't even seen this year. It seems like the best ones aren't even doing the polls. But I mean, this is the lib bias 2014 to 2022. It's pretty crazy. That's a good graph to look at. Now, maybe it's changed. I don't know. But who do you think the rest of the world wants to win the election? I would imagine Russia probably wants Trump. All of Europe wants the Democrat, whether it's Harris or whoever. I would say most of the world probably wants the Democrat because Trump is more worried about the United States instead of the aggregate. I saw a horrible tweet about some fucking billionaire. He was like, "We got to stop focusing on the United States. We have to. Our decision should be based off of the world's needs and not just the United States." It's some billionaire saying that. Amazing. Would you please commit to doing live streams twice a week? Well, I mean, I've done like 5 straight live streams, man. I mean, I'll probably do them. Not winning your home state. Well, I mean, it's all relative. I mean, if you're a Republican in your home state's freaking Maryland, it's gonna be very tough. Your home state's New York, it's gonna be very tough. Your home state's California, you know. Stinks that we only get Trump for one term. So much he could really accomplish in an 8-year period. Yeah, that's the bad news. I think Trump might. I don't think he'll be able to get another term. It's it's tough. Maybe if Ramaswamy comes in after him, you could see like a 12-year period. Is Georgia still the favorite to win the national championship? Yeah, I believe so. I mean, Georgia's going to be the number one team in the country. Will Trump win Tennessee? I think there's a 100% chance Trump will win Tennessee. I'm a Republican from Maryland. I mean, Maryland's not ridiculously liberal, but what is it? I mean, normally Dems win it by 20 points around there, I think. Home state is Illinois. Well, there's been some interesting polling out of Illinois. It's like a 10-point lead for Biden, but I think what we need, this is what the pollsters should do. They should poll every single state and then just like update it one day and give us every single state. A poll from every state. I think that'd be cool. But I know it costs money. They're not going to want to pull like North Dakota and stuff. What do you think of Biden's address? Everyone in my family thinks he had a stroke. Look closely at the left side of his mouth. Well, I mean, Laura Loomer did say he had a medical emergency. There were rumors that Biden died. But no, I don't know. I mean, when Biden called in to Kamala, that did seem like AI. I don't know if it was. But he's like, I know you've poured your heart and soul into me. And it just seemed like AI. But yeah, maybe he did have his... I mean, listen, they hit him for 6 days during the biggest announcement of his life. There was clearly something going on there. Now, we can speculate on what that was, and I'm sure it'll come out at some point. They probably... it'll come out like after the election or something, what happened to Trump or what happened to Biden in that 6-day period. Yeah, Maryland's a Democrat state. Maryland's got a great flag. I like the flag. Mr. Beast. I've never been a big Mr. Beast fan, but his content is more for like younger people. Like, polls from Ohio Senate have Sherrod. Yeah, I mean, Ohio people just will not. He's always the incumbent. It's hard to get rid of him. Moreno is. People say Moreno is not a good choice. What if the Superdome received a translucent roof? Well, I mean, it's already getting a Super Bowl, but that would be pretty sweet if it got a translucent roof. It'd probably cost like $500 million maybe to do that, maybe more. Loomer says some false stuff. I talked about it yesterday. We should just have an AI president. I'm sure someone will propose it because the AI is perfect, but the AI can't understand. The problem is the AI can't take into account different contexts. That's the problem. Maybe if you were able to implement everything, but even then it's hard to really, for an AI model to make a decision. It can give you an aggregate, this is what you probably should do, but it doesn't understand the full context of what's going on if it's like a war situation or something. But they do use AI to determine things in war. They do. A lot of countries do. Hassan was loving what happened. I'm surprised he wasn't there cosplaying as a terrorist. Thoughts on Vance? I said Vance was kind of Vance is whatever, man. I don't think Vance really helps the ticket at all, honestly. I think Vance is smart, and people will see when he starts talking, when he gets into a debate. He's a smart guy. He's good at talking, but in terms of helping the ticket, they say maybe he helps in the Rust Belt. I don't even think that. I mean, maybe slightly. Vance is literally the opposite of all Trump. I mean, maybe in 2016. He's just fallen in line now, Vance. He's totally fallen in line. He's full MAGA. You got to listen to what he says now. Would Donald Trump be on Lex Friedman? I highly doubt it. I don't think that would be a real... But he will have anyone on, Lex will. So I don't think Trump would do that, though. I'm sure Lex would offer it. Vance Ramaswamy. What do you mean, 2028? Yeah, I mean, it's possible, I guess. I would want Ramaswamy to lead that ticket, but... Thoughts on Sean Hannity? I mean, he's just a Fox News guy. I really don't have a big opinion on him. You should be on Lex Friedman. No, you got to get, really famous to do that. Did you see the new video? Yeah, I saw that video. I think it came out, 2 days ago, actually. But I did see it. I'm more interested in the video close up, maybe in the interior. I'm also hearing that Biden wasn't in the Oval Office, but made to look like it. Oh yeah, they do that. Did you see that? That came out really early in Biden's administration, where they have their own fake Oval Office for Biden, and you could see it was literally like a TV set. Do you like Ford Fields? I mean, I think Ford Field's a pretty good stadium for Detroit. It's not the best, but Sarah Sanders, no man, there's no way Sarah Sanders. Groypers, yeah, I know they don't like Trump now. I mean, I think they probably want Republicans to lose so that they try and get the country further right. I mean, even if he's right about the Israel issue, I mean, to support Palestine, that's queer. Have you ever? No, I don't think I have. I don't even think we have that restaurant around here. Do you think all illegals should be deported? Well, absolutely, unless there's like a crazy scenario where they are there's like I don't know what the scenario would be, but like 99.9%. And also, I think we need to pause the border and deport them. Ford Field does have a very low upper deck. I'm shocked it has a capacity of like 65K. It seems like it would be a smaller than that. They do a good job of putting all those seats close to the action. Yeah, dude, I was talking about the border czar thing. It's such a bullshit, childish argument, one way or another. It's she wants illegals into the country. I don't know what to tell you. Like whether or not you think she's the border czar, her policies and what she's voted for as senator, she wants illegals into the country. I think Israel and Palestine both do bad things. Yeah, I mean the problem is like for someone like me, I just have no allegiance to either of them. So I normally try not to talk about it. And when you talk about it, like in a video, they'll demonetize it too. So it's like it's just they allow you to talk about fully about Russia Ukraine because they used to demonetize the Russia Ukraine stuff. Now it's gotten to the point, and it's been like this for like 2 years because the war's at a standstill. You can just talk about it. They just allow it, but still with the Palestine situation, they don't allow it. Thoughts on a line? I think Illinois basketball is coming back. That reminds me of some dude on TV, like a politician. He literally called it Illinois, and I was like, damn, how? Like, come on, bro. Yeah, Israel. You're right. Israel is deeply rooted, especially Republic. I mean, Democrats are there's fractions now that are separating from Israel within the Democratic Party. It's hilarious. The media is covering up what she said. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. People just need to, they just need to educate themselves and realize she's a far left liberal. Obama knows it. Those type of people never win. The establishment knows it to a degree. Three straight streams, is that what it is? That's got to be a record for me. Israel is an ally. Well, I understand that, but even if you're in America first, we spend a bunch of money in Israel and don't get a great return on our investment. Thoughts on Ben? He seems like too much of a shill for Israel. Well, I mean, he's Jewish, so that's a big reason why. Nico Lamaliva gonna win the Heisman. Hot take. Have you ever been to Mexico? Yeah, I've been to Cancun maybe like 10 years ago when I was younger. You live near the border? Man, that's got to be a hot climate, man. I mean, it's pretty hot everywhere right now in the United States, but thoughts on Kamala not caring about the flag being burned? I mean, dude, like the crazy thing is with that party, a lot of them just don't like America. And I'm just saying that as kind of a general sense. But like you look at our history, and obviously you need to understand history to realize the United States was not doing anything different than other countries in terms of everything that went on in the 1700s, the early 1800s. Uh, you know, I want to tread carefully, but and then it's just like because all of them they think we were founded, they think it was all bad, we were all racist, and so they just don't like the country. They do not like the United States. They do not like that. You look up at a president wall; they're all white males. They inherently hate the country, and people. I mean, and a lot of the people that vote for him agree. So of course she's not going to care. She doesn't like the flag. Fuck the flag. Do you think Kamala Harris cares about the American flag at all, or really any of them? I mean, I guess you could say Biden's so far gone, but when Biden was younger, obviously he was way more conservative than what he is now, even though he was a liberal. I mean, I guess that's just the way we've gone in the country. We've just gone way, way far to the left. Yeah, that's the left for you guys. Flag burning is lame. Getting butthurt over it is even lamer. I mean, do you want us to hunt bald eagles? I mean, that's a symbol of our country. You think that? I mean, it's. Listen, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but it's very disrespectful. You got to stand for something. Zuckerberg endorsed Trump for real? I doubt that. Come on. If you were president, what would you do to fix gun violence? Well, look, there's a lot of problems with that because you can say, listen, the problem with it is one thing leads to another with the guns because you say, okay, we'll do the background checks, we'll make them real strict. Then that leads to the next thing. Then that leads to the next thing. Liberals didn't come out in 2005 and say, we want your kids to be trans. They said we want gay marriage. Then that leads to the next thing. Then that leads to the next thing. Then that leads to the next thing. It's a process. So it's hard to really touch that right now. Because common sense would say you want to make it you want to make sure that people are mentally ill don't get their hands on guns, but still there are a lot of illegal guns in the United States. They could probably get their hands on them anyways. I mean, I think the problem is like the kids, like the 17-year-old kids, 18-year-old kids with what they do and those horrible events. I mean, yeah, it's terrible. Do you like Truist Park? I mean, it's a fine stadium. I don't. It's kind of bland, but it's fine. Do you like alcohol? No, not really. Kamala said she wants to take the gun. Well, the Democratic stance is always going to be the exact same thing on guns because they know they have to be lenient to a degree because people won't accept the idea of just coming out and saying we want to take them. They'll just say we want common sense background checks, guaranteed. That's what they'll say, and then maybe ARs. Maybe ARs is what they go after. Have you looked into Israel's fingerprints all over the JFK assassination because he was furious over them stealing our nukes? I've heard about that, but no, I haven't looked into it. Favorite NFL stadium? That's favorite NFL stadium. Maybe U.S. Bank. You're going to Truist Park. Have fun. Opinion on the idea of completely banning guns? Well, it's impossible to ban guns. There's too many of them in the United States that we don't have a count for at this point. So you couldn't even implement that. Have you seen the recent warning of a terrorist attack within the U.S.? I mean, it seems like there's always shit like that. I mean, maybe it's a heightened one, so maybe I'll look into it. I saw well, I was going to do a video on it. I decided not to. Russia and China buddy buddies flying right around Alaska. Has people heard about that? NORAD saw them. Yeah, I know Zuckerberg said that, but that's not an endorsement. Favorite NBA arena? I don't know, man. They're all. I mean, I guess the Kings' new arena is pretty nice. Super Mario to be the next president. All right, man. You're a borderline alcoholic. You do it to reduce anxiety. Yeah, I've heard a lot of horror stories about that. I mean, I've had some addictions as well. It's not good stuff. Yeah, more guns than people. It's just impossible. Steve Kerr endorsed Kamala. I mean, I don't know if you're trolling, but Steve Kerr's very liberal, so it wouldn't surprise me. Favorite to win the basketball in the Olympics? I mean, I would hope the United States. Good lord. Yeah, remember the spy balloon? That was hilarious. They do a spy balloon, not MSG. Well, I mean, there's always going to be historical arenas and stadiums, and you could say MSG, you could say Lambeau, but it's just kind of a cop out. Romney 2028. What is an independent? Maybe he'll run as a liberal and win. He'll run as an independent like Evan McMuffin. Is tall Biden a thing? Looks like a fake tall. Yeah, I saw that argument. Biden came out, he grew an inch or something. I don't know. With height, you have to. It's very careful. Angles can be very deceiving, but who knows? It wouldn't surprise me. Russia and China cannot invade the U.S. Yeah, there's nobody can invade the U.S. It's basically impossible. We're too strong, and our location is just absurdly amazing. But if they are partners, it becomes a problem in Asia and Europe. Is the U.S. turning into a third world country? I mean, I don't think so. There are some things that happen though. Like I saw I saw a car was at a stoplight in Chicago, and these four black dudes start beating on it trying to get in. I think they threw a shopping cart at it or something, and they couldn't get in. But it's just like that's crazy, and to see something like that in the United States, I was like, that's got to be in Mexico or South Africa. Romney Kinzinger. Yeah, that dude Adam he's gonna waste a lot of money if he runs in 28. A lot of donor money. You might as well just give it to me to throw into crypto rather than spend it on his campaign. He's gonna get 5 delegates if he runs, and there's no way he runs. He'll win. He'll win DC. That's what he'll win. Thoughts on game show people acting crazy when they get up and have to answer questions? Well, they're probably told to do that by producers, I would imagine. Jeb Bush running in 2028. Jeb is done. Unfortunately, 2016 ruined him. Should FSU and Clemson just stay in the ACC? Much easier to make the playoffs. Yeah, but apparently the thing that's being rumored now, the Big 12 goes to the negotiating table before the ACC, and on top of that, the Big 12 would be willing to give Clemson and FSU a bigger cut than all the other teams as well. Globe Life Field, where it's at. I mean, Globe Life Field's kind of a letdown, honestly. I mean, I don't know about 2028, guys. I really don't. I'm sure DeSantis is going to be in it. Probably Ramaswamy, Vance, some woman. I don't think Haley, but maybe her again. I doubt it. When did you first get into politics? 2015. Probably the Republican primaries. Iowa State to the Big Ten. I would think it would be Kansas to the Big Ten, if anything. But I don't see that happening. Yeah, big cities are third world in a lot of areas in the United States, legitimately. We need Project 2025, but Trump has sold out. Well, dude, I can pretty much tell you if Trump pushed Project 2025, there's no way he would win. I mean, it seems like Project 2025 is really damaging his campaign. He's had to come out against it 4 times now. So you can sit there and be, just like a pro-life person and say, you can't, you have to be pro-life 100% no matter what. But you're not going to get elected with that opinion. You're just not going to. You have to kind of play the game. So I think if Trump fully endorsed Project 2025, it would be very, very, very hard for him to win. And obviously, he's done things outside of the Vance pick. Seems like he's giving ground, being slightly more, trying to appeal to more moderates to a degree. I mean, the problem with Trump is he's just so polarizing. They've already got that stigma on him. They did not shut up about Trump for like 4 straight years, and it was just constant, constant, constant. So it's like, even if he has more moderate opinions, I don't even know if that's going to help him a lot. I mean, I think it will with independents and the Rust Belt, honestly, but Youngkin 2028, yeah, I mean, Youngkin's another one that might run. Trump will win the black male vote? I don't think so. He might get like 35 or 40%. Are we screwed in November? No, 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 no. There's no way Trump loses to Kamala, man. Come on. We have to calm down. Eli, what's up, man? You can't deny Project 2025. What do you mean? I mean, he's trying to deny it. Trump's trying to get elected. He'll be, yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Project 2025 and Agenda 47 is basically a neutered Project 2025 without all the executive branch being expanded, the powers being expanded. Trump has made politics addicting after he leaves the writing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Trump's basically become a moderate on abortion because that's their one thing. It's very smart what he did. I'm starting to get scared that Kamala might win. Polls are already showing her shrinking Trump's lead. Yeah, but we knew that was going to happen, man, before the DNC. Look, she's got an unapproved. Her approval rating is terrible. I'm not concerned. The polls can tighten up, and then Trump will take a big lead again. It's gonna be Trump is not gonna be up by 3 or 4 points the entire time. But I don't see them installing her, not even winning primaries. Just coming in as a DEI VP. I don't see her winning. There's not going to be the support in the Rust Belt. The Rust Belt won't support it. Probably Arizona won't, unless Mark Kelly comes in, maybe. Oregon State, I don't know what's going to happen to them. Probably join the Mountain West is what they're going to do, but they're still looking. They're still looking for other options. I'm sure maybe get in with the Big 12, but it's unlikely. CNN will be saying Orange Man bad to someone else. I mean, yeah, but the ratings will still go down. Yeah, the hiring process in that's going to be huge for Project 2012. Trump's odds have gone from minus 214 to minus 154. That's because there's a big push for Kamala right now. That's normal. Yeah, Kamala's getting all these ads. Everyone's reporting it. It's out of control. Yeah, 154 is you're right. 154 is 60%. That's good. That's a good lead for an election, especially for a Republican. Imagine having Biden as your dad. Well, apparently all of Biden's kids are now using these private jets because they know he's going to be out soon. They're flying all over the place. They just flew to the Olympics. They're just wasting all of our money. That's great. I'm kidding. I mean, all the families do it, but yeah, people have to chill out about Kamala. I agree with you. It's the honeymoon. It'll be tight, but Trump will win. Yeah, I think Trump at least gets to at least gets to possibly 290, 300. Cam Ward winning the Heisman. It's unlikely, but that's not impossible. We've seen quarterbacks transfer and then just be be very good. Josh, I do. Yes, I do. Are you the most based person you know? As in like conservative. I mean, I think that there's some people that are more conservative than me that I know. Gaslighting out, dude. I used to always say gaslighting, and then I think, but there's just so many situations where it applies to politics. But I think I've stopped using that word for whatever reason. Trump needs to get rid of Vance immediately. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, man. You can't just get rid of the VP that you just picked. It shows instability. It shows, especially with all this that's going on with the Democrats. You can't do that. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the Vance pick, but I think people will start liking him when he talks more. And I mean, Vance has said some stuff that's, not great for independent support. I will say that. Everyone needs to understand Trump would not have ran if he knew all this was going to happen. Also, camel toe is a sacrificial lamb. Yeah, and then that was the original thought that they're all of them are waiting for 2028. Why are conservative women much more attractive? Well, I mean, I do think that can. No, you are actually right on that. I was gonna say it's anecdotal, but you are right. A lot of it has to do with conservative women, being agreeing more to the societal standards and not trying to be renegade and change their hair color and cut off all their hairs and get all these tattoos. At least he's talking about the shit happening in UK and Ireland. Vance, you're talking about. Yeah, Ireland's getting. And I saw Conor McGregor tweeting about that. Ireland. I am Irish. I don't know how much. I got to do one of those ancestry things. Maybe 50%. But I mean, Ireland. It's not good with Ireland. I mean, you've got Northern Ireland. Is that controlled by UK? They're actually not model twin towers. They're Lego twin towers. Yeah, I got him behind me. I'm gonna try and get lights for him. I didn't understand the Vance pick either. Yeah, dude, I mean, you know what? Somebody was telling me, and I said during one of my live streams, they were like, Vivek helps with the young vote. And I was like, I don't believe that. But I actually do believe it now. I think if he would have picked Vivek with his vigor and his ability to, be the young gun who's got tons of energy that runs around, I think he would have helped with younger people. Zach, I appreciate it. Welcome in. Isabel Marie De Luca, I never heard of her, is a hot piece of ass. The problem with Vance, yeah, but you can actually reverse that by saying Vance said all that shit and now he respects Trump. But it's also politics. Like you could say, well, he's just bending the knee to try and advance his own career. But I don't think that 2016 stuff really. There's a lot of hot liberal women. Yeah, I mean, there's examples of both of them for sure. That's why I said it could be anecdotal to say, oh, conservatives are women are way hotter. But a lot of it is because liberal women who would be hot, they all cut off their hair and they try and go against society, and it's sad. Vivek would have been way better. Trump could have messed up with the Vance pick. Vivek scares independents. Well, dude, have you heard what some of the shit that Vance has said, like, even in the past months? There's some stuff that's just not good. I mean, I think there's some stuff that Vance said that maybe even worse than Vivek. But dude, it's like Vance is a lapdog to Trump. Vivek was the same thing during the primaries. Vivek is a better, is more spruced up to where he can appeal more to young people. Vance is just seen as like this. I know he's 39, but he's seen kind of as just this like grouch. JD is a good pick for the middle class. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. The problem is, like, Vance did not perform very well in 2022 because Trump won Ohio by 8, Vance won it by 5. I mean, I guess it's relatively similar. Any more breaking news? Let me take a look. 7-Eleven bringing Japanese food to their menu. If this was Obama, it would be all over the front page for years. This happened 2 weeks ago. Yeah, well, they actually banned this and had to change. They changed the actual photo on papers. Conservative women in the media are way hotter. It's split in real life. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That is weird. I find that very odd. JD Vance named his son Vivek. I know they were friends, but that's pretty crazy. Have you seen Haley voters for Harris? Yeah, I mean, but wasn't that always going to happen, whether it was Biden? A lot of those people were very moderate. They just hated Trump. Give Vance a chance, he'll be fine. Vance got 10 million from Thiel to put on this act. Yeah, I mean, we do have to give Vance a chance and stuff. That's what I say. We just give Vance a chance. You know, I like music. I like soundtracks and things like that from movies. It's like the whitest thing ever. Trump must stop hiring people who hate him and political. I mean, Vance doesn't hate him anymore. That's FBI Director Ray. Wait, Trump. Yeah, no, that shrapnel story is not. It's just not true. Because think about it. They took the photo of Trump with the bullet going by him. There's no particles. There's nothing. You would hear the bullet hit something. If it hit something and then stuff would have ricocheted. They're trying to say that Trump like where would the shrapnel go? It would also hit other people. It would make an indent into the stage. So the shrapnel ricocheted and then it just hit Trump. But then where's the bullet? So the bullet went. It got deflected. It makes no sense to say it was shrapnel. Joy Reid, OF. Oh, Lord. Maybe with the Trump hair. Does Sims for Harris have a website yet? It's probably coming. Could Biden be faking it to avoid further prosecution? I mean, he's probably already got a deal, though. I'm sure him stepping down was part of the full pardons and everything like that. Going to New York City in August. Well, I've never been to New York City personally. But yeah, take a look at Two World Trade Center. It's under construction now. You're not gonna be able to get into it. Being white is not as cool as it used to be. I mean, I like being white. I'm dying to know, where were you? I was actually at a Dairy Queen drive-thru when Trump got shot. Is Kamala catching Trump in the polls? No, not really. It's a massive funding boost, and they're trying to act. It's all fake momentum. It's all crap. Dylan Gabriel best value highs. Well, I don't know what are his odds. I'm not sure what his odds are. Is he the number one favorite? Then I don't think that'd be good value. But I really do like Dylan Gabriel. White Boy Summer. Yeah, I heard that on crypto Twitter. Will the Biden Library have Air Force One stairs visitors can try to climb? It's very hard for him. That's a big it's a big struggle. Any more breaking news, man? Well, I mean, listen, I'm not you know. it doesn't seem like there's any breaking news. Although I did find that Mr. Beast thing by going to. I think Obama's trending because he won't endorse. He won't endorse Kamala. Nikki Haley trending, possibly because of what that person said. Wait, did she say? I thought I'm a Haley voter and a Republican. This dude looks like he's freaking on meth. This is a troll. Does anyone know what Haley said? I mean, I thought she endorsed Trump. Yeah, she slammed Harris. Much more progressive than Biden ever was. That is true. What she's saying is true. Dude, where is that from? A Zoom class? That kid is. Oof. Carson Beck is the favorite. Yeah, I don't think Carson Beck will win it, honestly. Barack Hussein Obama was trending, yeah. What's your go-to Blizzard cookie dough? Vivek tweet is good. He always has good tweets, Vivek. Crooks would have voted for Harris. Oh, yeah. Crooks is a lib. Did you see his Gab account? He's a clear lib. No jaw on that dude. Yeah, that's rough. Would you ever own a small monkey? Oh, no. No, I would never own a monkey. Peyton Thorne. I mean, Peyton Thorne does have a lot of... he's going into like his 6th year at this point. Haley, yeah, endorsed Trump again, yeah. What did you find on Mr. Beast? He just put out a statement against Chris, his former friend, the trans person, Chris Tyson, because he came out, like some bad stuff came out. Any changes in the VP odds? I think Kelly has gone ahead by a lot, honestly. I mean, Kelly, he has a pretty good advantage right now. How much will Mark Kelly's astronauts? I mean, listen, being an astronaut, it is a very impressive thing. I would love to go to space, but you know, it's not big in terms of politics, I don't think. If the election were right now, who would win? Trump would win for sure if it was right now. And what chance do I give Kamala? Maybe like a 25% chance. Should I join the Navy or Army? I mean, it depends. What are your other options? I think you only get paid like $40K a year when you start out. Maybe $30K. Old Trump or new Trump? I mean... What, you mean 2016 Trump? Yeah, but the problem is when Trump went in 2016, you know, I guess he was overwhelmed or something. He really didn't do it a lot in terms of the people he appointed, the people he had in his cabinet. So I think he's got more experience now, so I'll take the newer one. Jalen Milroe. Yeah, I think Jalen Milroe is with his running ability, is going to be really good. Obama won't endorse her unless she picks Kelly. Yeah, that's my thought as well. All of a sudden, Newsom shutting down homeless camps. I mean, I guess, you know, he finally did that. With the homeless situation, it's very hard to solve that. Once it gets out of control, it's like a forest fire. Trump should go on SpaceX rocket and get the astronaut cred. Dude, you know, if you get rich, how do you not go to space? Like, you can go to space. It only costs like $1 million or something, I think. You can request it. And now we're going to develop even more, you know, rockets and things. Everyone will be able to, well, only rich people will, but rich people, they probably all go. But it's crazy how right now it's this crazy thing to go to space. In 50 years, you're probably just going to be able to go for a low cost, just with human evolution. We'll be able to develop stuff where it's very low cost. 6 of the top people are generic liberal white dudes. Pretty crazy, right? Yeah. Trump is just another politician. I mean, I think it's kind of hard. I mean, I think that's he's trying to play the game, but to call him just another politician, it's he's completely different. He was not into politics at all, and then just ran for president. Dude, you're writing me essays here. I mean, what is this? Come on. What happens if the World Trade Center had instead gotten attacked on the 103rd to 109th floors? Would it collapse regardless? What do you mean, the new World Trade Center? I mean, if you're talking about, listen, if it stayed up, it would have probably gotten it would they would have controlled it would have been a controlled demolition, yeah. I mean, listen, you don't have to delete his message, but we could refrain from the paragraphs. That's the thing. How many mods do you have? I might have like 2 or 3 mods in right now that are trying to control everything. I think I have 5 total mods, but some of them never are in, some are. Just depends. One of the billionaires who died on Titan sub was in space. Doesn't surprise me. How much does it cost to go to space on on one of those things where you can go up in space? Is it $1 million or is it more than that? It's just scary to go there to space. I think it's amazing. The only thing the Republican Party conserves is Israel. Well, that's a lot of people are frustrated with Republicans being more moderate. The problem is with the country and the demographics now, it's you can't do it like in the 90s or 80s or 70s. Would you ever invite Trump on here to speak? I think anyone with a live stream, doing a live stream, would invite Trump on, yes. But Trump, I think, obviously would only do. I think he would do Rogan. I think he said he would do Rogan. Are you going to cover the Olympics? I not. No, I don't think so. I mean, I'll look at the medal count and maybe some of the basketball games though. The media has basically elected her. Who? Kamala? That guy who commented the same paragraphs 5 times? Yeah. There are literally 323 people on the live stream. I kind of like when my message gets read. No, I understand, but I'm seeing this wall of text like every minute cycle through and just keep cycling through and just keep cycling through. Yeah, there's a stream delay. I think it's like 7 or 8 seconds or something. I mean, I didn't implement a stream delay. That's just when you live stream on YouTube, it's automatically like you can tell from your OBS it's a delay. I don't delay it on purpose. It's just there. Thoughts on Harry Sisson? I mean, he's just a Democratic shill. He's got to say whatever they tell him. Would you have any politicians? I mean, I guess if they're known, yeah, sure, they can come on. Nobody's gonna come on this. Come on. Yeah, I'll invite Biden on as long as he does the whisper. If Biden does the whisper, that would be a great content. What is your prediction for the GOP nominee in 2028? Well, it's hard. I mean, guys, with the 2028, I mean, I can't make a prediction. I guess probably Vance. I don't know. I mean, it just depends how the Trump presidency goes. If he wins, if he loses, I think Vance is done. There's no way Vance would win in 2028 if Trump loses in 2024. If you met Trump, what would you say to his face? Well, I mean, it's hard to really, in a situation like that, if you're just meeting someone, you really can't be an ass and ask him like a question. It's more of just a, you know, hey, Mr. President, things like that, because you just can't ask him a question. What the fuck is up with everyone asking you about people sleeping on your couch? I've only thought that happened yesterday. Somebody asked me thoughts on Logan Paul. I mean, Logan Paul is Listen, I don't have a vendetta or hatred for Logan Paul like some people do, but I don't know. I don't really watch Logan Paul or any of his stuff, so I never watched it. Yeah, dude, the whisper. I mean, if brings if Biden was able to debate Trump again and brings the whisper out, that's a knockout punch. I'm kidding. He can't use it properly, but it is funny. Anything you would want Biden to say with the whisper? Yeah, I wanted him to say to Kamala Harris, he would be like this. I know what you guys did, and guess what, bitch? I'm still the president. What if he said that? What if he's like, I know what happened. I know there was blackmail, and this is a message to Kamala who's trying to take my job. I'm not gonna say that. Do you remember the 2016 clowns? Yeah, I mean, dude, remember in DC when Trump was sworn in, and now the 45th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. No, the lady. I mean, that's the ultimate meme. If you actually watch that video, you can hear in the background Trump being announced, and right after, it's like, now the 45th president, Donald J. Trump in the background, and then she just perfectly synchronizes it. No! I mean, I gotta give her credit for that. Biden still being the president. Yeah, Biden still has to go out and do, like, will Biden even go? They're just gonna hide Biden. There's no way Biden is gonna go out and do anything now. He's just done. They're gonna still try and claim he's the president, but he might make like one appearance a month now. They're just gonna tell Biden, just shut up and go eat your ice cream and go back to your vacation home in Delaware. Don't say oh, it's Kamala, right? You know, I was gonna start saying Kamala, but they said it was racist. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. So I'm not gonna change it because besides yours, what other channels do you watch? Well, I watch a lot of like animal videos. I watch when people make like Lego sets and things like that, custom things like that. That's mainly what I watch. I try and stay away from politics on there, but I did do watch some. Breaking Points is decent. You know, all of it's gonna be partisan. It's sometimes it's fine to watch liberal partisan stuff just to see what their thought processes and things like that. Biden at Trump's inauguration. Yeah, I mean, unless he's like ill or something, I think he would be there. Did you see Trump is calling her Kamala as well during his rally? Clearly, they paid Jill to be quiet. Yeah, Jill is gonna. I mean, she must have got a nice deal. Jennifer Rubin sucks. She's always says we're racist for not saying the right name of Kamala. Well, I mean, listen, I would have changed it until she came out and said that, so now I'm just gonna keep it. I don't really give a shit anyways. For me, it was just easier to say than Kamala. That's why I was saying it. It's just Kamala versus Kamala. It's just easier to say. Dude, that Chuck Schumer is an odd individual. He's just a wacko, man. He is a whack job. But dude, how does that happen? He was trying to do like a photo, so I think he thought, well, let me put cheese on here to make it seem like a burger so everyone knows. But it was still raw. I mean, why don't you and then you flip it? It's just I don't understand what he was thinking. And then he was like, he later admitted, I've never been out. No, I think a Republican said this, but he was like, I've never been to my backyard. This is the first time. I've never been in my backyard, I have to admit. Will Harris start adopting a South? She's gonna start laughing in a Southern accent probably. Favorite fast food? I mean, does Chick Fil A count as fast food? It would be Chick Fil A. Yeah, I know. I did a video on that about Obama wanting Kelly, and then Biden screwed him by endorsing Harris. Yeah, Alex Jones says Chuck Schumer is an alien. He's an odd dude. He's got those glasses, and he always brings his glasses down. You know when you like try and read something, but you're nearsighted or you're like you're farsighted, so you have to bring the glasses down to read what's up close. Did you see the fake Crooks video of someone saying, "Yeah, well yeah, that came out right after it." He's like, "My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Trump. I hate Republicans." And you've just been trolled or something like that. I mean, he shouldn't have said that, you shouldn't have done that. But that was a dude that looked like him and he said it and then he deleted it right away. What do you think about the new maple pepper bacon I never had that, man. Normally I just get a number one, just a normal sandwich. Why the obsession with her laugh? I mean, I barely mentioned her laugh, honestly, but I guess it is kind of funny. I'm more of a fan of Biden's whisper, but everyone has their own taste. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah, I remember watching that on Adult Swim when I was like 13, 14. I haven't seen it recently at all. Have I bet on the VP pick? No, I don't bet on that stuff. Are you from a swing state? We were a swing state back in 2016, Ohio, so we've swung a little bit to the right, so it's not considered a swing state now. Well, Schumer is, I mean, he's like kind of like Pelosi. He's one of it's him and it's like the two stooges with those two. They're kind of in control. Then you've got Obama, you've got the Clintons. They've got a weird dynamic in that party. Thoughts on the goalposts? I don't know what FSU LSU Stadium. I never saw something about the goalposts. Kamala should adopt a signature move, kind of like Biden does with his whisper? Yeah, I don't know what it would be though. I mean, Biden has a. I mean, I think that was Hunter's idea. I think Hunter had the idea to do that. That's very smart. Why do you say you don't think Saban is a Democrat? He marched for BLM? No way he marched for BLM. Yeah, he did say you got the wrong guy, right? If Biden comes on, you'll lose subs. No, I would have a lot of subs if Biden came on. Come on, that's a president. That would be great. Does Biden stay hiding forever? Yeah, they basically said, here's the deal. You'll make an appearance one time a month. You have to make an appearance. Zero speeches. You just make one appearance. Have I seen Pelosi? I mean, Pelosi's got obviously massive boobs. Thoughts on Obama? Uh, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Obama, obviously. But I think the drone industry loves Obama. Thoughts on Kamala being called the original Hatua candidate? Yeah, for what she did back. I mean, I never really got into that personally, but yeah, I mean, she slept her way up in terms of in terms of politics. They've been super critical of Trump. Oh, look at what Trump did. Well, that it goes two ways. So the Republicans are going to call it out. Do you think California will turn around and get better when Newsom leaves? Well, dude, California's just going to elect another liberal, so it's hard. That's the thing with these liberals. It's like Chicago. You know, the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, and then they get someone who's somehow worse and more left. Don't all black people support BLM? Well, I was talking about Sabin. Sabin's white. Romney marched with Black Lives Matter. No, there's no way, man. That's crazy. Yeah, Katie Britt's hot. There's no doubt about that. Your channel is great. Reminds me. Yeah, I remember when I was younger when we'd have the sleepovers. That Adult Swim would be on. It was like, oh, you can't watch. You know, it was like the bad thing to watch or whatever. The Hawk Tuah girl's 50. I don't think so. She's doing a reality TV show now. I mean, that's embarrassing. Come on. If I had to choose Bill Clinton or Obama, probably Clinton. Romney did do that, dude. That's crazy, man. Mitt Romney has a vendetta against Trump, and it's turning him into a Democrat, just like Liz Cheney. Is Dan Le Batard the word? I remember Dan Le Batard. I remember I listened to his podcast in like 2014, 2015. I think he got derangement syndrome though, maybe, but I haven't watched him in like or listened to him in like 10 years. Do I own any pets? Yeah, a dog and a cat. Hottest politician? Probably Katie Britt. I mean, CNN had some. I remember when I was younger, CNN had some hot anchors. That's for sure. I don't know if they're all still there, but Dr. Phil is. Yeah, I mean, Dr. Phil has definitely come out as a Republican. I mean, like 7 or 8 months ago, he started doing the whole stuff, and when he went on Rogan, he was super right. He's super right wing. Ever watched the President AI videos? I mean, I've seen some of them. I don't know. I guess they're just not my type of humor or something. But dude, I still love when Biden when Biden comes out of the airplane and they ask him, "Sir, why did you step down? Why did you step down?" And he just starts laughing. It's like the most legitimate question. He steps down via just a letter. So, like, why did you step down? And he just laughs. Do you think Biden's speech yesterday was live? Of course it wasn't live. They did 4 or 5 different takes, and they'll do it sometimes where Biden will mess up real bad, like 2 minutes into it, and they'll just say, just restart it. So Biden does 5 or 6 takes, and then they pick the best one. And on his watch, it was 6 o'clock. So they were doing the different takes at around 6 o'clock, and then they air it at 8 o'clock. But it doesn't matter. I mean, Biden's not even running, but it is funny. That is a great name, Lebitard Libtard. Saban participated in a march in 2020. Dude, that's crazy if he actually did. Dr. Oz really fought. Yeah, Dr. Oz, once he lost, I mean, he lost to someone that was, you know what? I think Fetterman's kind of turned into a badass. Dude, Fetterman just goes on these shows, and I don't even think he knows what he's saying. And you've got like the anchor who's trying to like keep it together, and they're like, okay, you know, and he's wearing a sweatshirt, and he's just saying random shit, and like liberals don't care, conservatives don't care, but there's Fetterman just saying random shit, and then the anchors are like, okay, yeah, can we move on? He just says random stuff. Found you 2 weeks ago. Here, have a couple bucks. Thank you. That's a big investment you made into me and my future. He still hasn't admitted why he dropped out. Well, yeah, they asked him and he just started laughing. And then the next day he does the video and just doesn't say anything. The video did not accomplish a single thing. Where he was supposed to say why he dropped out, and he didn't say it. All of the college coaches did in 2020 with the 80% of their team is black, so they're playing politics with the team, I guess. They have to hide the president's cover-ups, or else every other country will view us as vulnerable. Well, I mean, I think they already view us as vulnerable, but we're so powerful. I mean, there's not a lot they can do. Cool. Skip my question 4 times. Just say you're unfamiliar or whatever. Unsubscribed. Well, that's gonna be a huge miss for me. I went from 140K and 22 subscribers to 140K and 21. How will I ever recover? Saban marched with players during the George Floyd protest, not affiliated with BLM. Fetterman dresses like, yeah, Fetterman's a slob, man. I mean, you gotta have some class or something. Kamala was chatting with Tatum's girlfriend yesterday when she visited the Team USA basketball training. Yeah, I saw a photo of her there. It's hard to watch liberal media. All they do is talk about democracy and January 6th. Yeah, that's a big topic for them. Was Harbaugh aware of Michigan cheating? Of course. Of course. Come on. Kellyanne Conway. I recently heard about like her daughter like hates her or something. It's a very strange situation. And then they wanted her daughter's social media. Do you want a cookie? That's a interesting question. Do you feel safe visiting Russia? I mean, listen, Russia has some strict laws. I mean, I think I would do fine visiting Russia, but it's not something on my bucket list. Oh man, people are starting to do all caps. Do you think RFK will sway the election in any way and hurt Trump? I think RFK is probably going to drop out in about a month and endorse Trump, and it'll help him. It'll help him by maybe a point. Have I ever seen Dawn? The Dawn is Your Enemy bumper, which was in Adult Swim. No, I've never seen that. Like Robot Chicken, Family Guy, and that other show, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, were the ones that I saw. Why are all the news outlets talking about presidential stuff? Well, because it's probably getting the most views right now with everything that happened with Biden, all the cognitive problems dropping out, Trump surviving the assassination attempt. It's all huge stuff. AOC is stupid but hot. I mean, yeah, she's attractive. There's it is what it is. NFL division winner predictions. I don't even know right now, man. I don't know. Russia copied China and requires foreigners to register in police. Really? Remember Brittany Griner? She had like a weed pen or something. And then she got traded back to the United States. Really far left people were getting mad because and they traded her. It was a terrible trade for Biden, but he had to make it for the Liberal Party's sake. Apparently, Kellyanne Conway said there's an unreleased bombshell piece of information about Kamala that will change things. Well, Matt, it wouldn't surprise me. There's got to be a lot of stuff on Kamala that needs to be saved. None of this stuff we'll probably know until it comes out, but she's never ran for president. There's going to be skeletons that you can take advantage of. That's not the case with Trump. This is his third time running now. So there's going to be skeletons, I'm sure, with Kamala. And the question is, when do you strategically, you know, allow the public to see them? Play me an NCAA. Let's stream it. What team would you pick? Am I a Jew? No. I'm not Jewish. I think I went to a Methodist church. AOC. Yeah, all these heavy liberal women date white dudes. Even the minority. Yeah, I saw Joe Burrow. That was very strange with that hair. He does look like Cody Rhodes a lot. It's funny. Any chances Biden's on the spectrum? Well, remember they not that, but they said that he had a stutter that he couldn't get rid of. Remember that in 2020 during the debates, he had this weird stutter, and I don't even think he had the stutter in 2024. Like, I mean, obviously he was way more cognitively declined, but if you watch the 2020 debates, he did have a very bad stutter, and they were like, "Oh, you can't make fun of it. It's a health issue or something." Have you seen the video of Kamala being a side chick? Yeah, actually, it was. She wasn't in that video. I think the one you're talking about, the the other girl was the daughter. I think so. Technically, she wasn't a side chick in that video. But I mean, that was from like a community note. Have you seen the 269 election map prediction? What, where they tie? I mean, it's possible they tie. Will Mr. Beast run for president as an independent when he's old enough to run? I mean, that's literally that's 12 years or something. So I don't know. I mean, he said he wants to run, but that could change. What team do you play with? Well, if it's a 1v1, I mean, we're going to have to play with balanced teams like Ohio State versus Georgia. I mean, but that's what everyone does, I feel like. Trump derangement syndrome, yeah, it is an issue. Go watch Biden crush Paul Ryan in the 2012 debate, no stutter. Yeah, but what was it? Why did he randomly develop it in 2020 and then he doesn't have it now? It's really weird. Do you think America will ever elect a woman president? Well, listen, when I was younger, I always thought a female president couldn't lead the army, but I don't know. I think probably at some point. But I think Trump's definitely going to win this election. How can libs say January 6th was a legitimate attempted coup when the party of guns didn't bring their guns? Well, Jonah, this is very important. They overdo January 6th to try and gain political leverage. They make it seem worse than it actually was, and so they gain political leverage that way. That's why all of them started crying like babies when Trump almost got shot, because they lost political leverage. That kid was a lib 100%. Go look at his Gab account. That was a lib trying to take out Trump. Every president has to worry about the voters that helped them get into office, not with Kamala. Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be the Democratic voters for her. How nervous would you be in the faithless electors after election night? It's 270 to 268. No, Trump would win. Trump would win that. Tulsi Gabbard, Candace Owens, Carrie Lake, a few good choices for the first female president. Well, I don't think it'll be Carrie Lake. Candace Owens hasn't run for anything. Gabbard is. I wanted Trump to pick Gabbard, but I think Gabbard was too independent for Trump. Do you have any concern that Trump will be sentenced to jail time? No. I will unfollow. You mean unsubscribe? It's unsubscribe. If you don't answer, do you like Trump or Biden? Oh, that's a tough question, man. You're gonna have to unsubscribe. I can't answer it. It's. I'm getting emotional about it. You worship January 6th. It's a big thing going around the country. There's a lot of people that worship it. They will milk January 6th for a long time. Yeah, dude, they have gone crazy on January 6th. It's just, could Vivek make a run in 2028? Sure, he could. Election live stream, yeah, live stream on election night. A crazy live stream that lasts 10 hours. January 6th category on the hub. You're still riding with Biden? Yeah, vote for Biden and during the write in Biden's name. Write in Biden's name for a vote in 2024. Will you make it a live stream during election night? It's a 10-hour live stream during election night. If Trump wins, I'll have to do something in a celebratory matter. The mass mail-in's still going on. Well, yeah, the mail-in votes are still going to be happening. I think it starts in September. You can mail in your vote. Early voting starts, I believe, in September. Yeah, there's been so many questions about 2028. Dark Brandon does not work. Rest in peace to Dark Brandon. It's a sad death. Dude, the January 6th stuff with what you guys are saying, it reminds me of a hilarious search history of of someone. Oh my god. What will you do if Trump loses? Should I try and go viral by raging? Should I try and destroy something? Maybe I'll go viral if he loses. I should go on a rant. If he loses, that might be the night I get. They might give me a strike or something on YouTube. I should do a fake rage if he loses. I sent you a link to that bumper. Would you go on your live stream yesterday? YouTube comment section. I'll have to take a look at it, man. Dark horse for 2028. Trump's son has the most name recognition. No, please no. Maybe Eric. I could see Eric Trump as a good candidate. Hmm. Have I ever been to East Palestine? Can't say I have. Hmm. Do you really prefer Trump or just the GOP in general? I mean, I think my views align more with the right for sure. But yeah, I mean, I got into politics just liking Trump, not really like the conservative movement. But are you voting by mail or in person? I think I might become a like the libs and just mail it in. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I do like Eric. Have you ever traveled outside the country? Yeah, a lot. Not to Europe though. Not to Europe if you're wondering. Barron Trump versus LeBron. Yeah, LeBron's gonna try an attempt at some point. We know that's coming. Probably not for 10 years, but it's coming. All right, I gotta take a piss really quickly. I just unleashed a waterfall. I like a bottle of water, two bottles of water almost. Well, let's see if we can get any updates. A woman who said she is going to vote for Harris because she is a black woman. Yeah, that's going to be unfortunately a lot of opinions. Have I ever been to Thailand? I have not. No. Hit the vape real quick. I don't even know. I don't own a vape at this point, man. Come on. Female president would still be in the bathroom. That is true. Support of weed. Yeah, I don't really have a strong opinion on weed one way or another. I mean, weed does, it can stink up places for sure. But I don't really, there's a lot of people that are passionate about weed and stuff like that. I mean, I guess it can be legalized. I don't really care. Does LeBron have a chance to win? Or is it just a myth and he would run as an. There's no way LeBron would run as an independent. He would run as a lib. What would a movie about Al Qaeda planning the prep for 9/11 look like? Yeah, that would be an interesting movie, man. That would actually be a crazy movie. Imagine they had a massive budget and they recreated that entire thing, and then at the end of the movie, it's the attacks. Daddy Ginger, that is a very nice nickname. Thoughts on Don Lemon? Remember Don Lemon had Elon Musk hired Don Lemon to do a show, and then his first interview was with Elon, and then I think Elon just fired him mid show during his first episode. What a weird situation. Yeah, but Don Lemon is a typical just liberal interviewer, commentator. How do you feel about mushrooms? I don't like doing that stuff, man. We got another essay here. One question: are you going to watch the link? Man, I'll take a look at it, man. I'll take a look at it. LeBron doesn't have a chance to win. Who would vote for him? I mean, he'd have to show that he's politically savvy or something. I mean, come on. But I guess he could win with liberals. Does Mike Pence support Harris? No, Mike Pence would not support Harris. But Mike Pence doesn't support Trump at this point either. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to recreate it. You're right. You know what? Somebody, I mean, the dating life, you know, I'm going to wait till I move, I think, with when it comes to dating. That's cope. No, I mean, I'm serious. I need to wait till move. It doesn't make sense to try and date right now. Dark Brandon becomes Kamala's VP. Yeah, Dark Brandon, that would be kind of useless, but what third world countries have you been to? Well, I mean, well, I've been to, I guess, some pretty bad countries, but they're tropical. I mean, I don't know, St. Lucia. I don't know if they're third world. Jamaica, Punta Cana. They're just luxury resorts that we went to. So it's not like, what did you think about LeBron carrying the American flag at the Olympics? Yeah, I heard about that. That really doesn't make much sense. I mean, it seems like they don't really like the country. They think we're racist against them, so I'm surprised. But is JD Vance another Pence? No, 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 no. Vance is a bulldog, where he's a big MAGA guy now. Pence was always kind of just a soft spoken evangelical Rust Belt, trying to get the older people. How effective do you think this push for Kamala on social media with brat memes and shit? Brat, yeah, I don't. That's not going to work at all. I mean, all those dumbass kids don't even know what an election is. They don't even know. They're not going to vote. It doesn't even make any sense. What do you mean she's brat? What about her policies or anything like that? I mean, this is bullshit. Caitlin Clark versus LeBron for presidents. Maybe president of a basketball association or something. I went to Jamaica and it's crazy because you drive 2 hours from. You always have to drive pretty far from the airport to. Well, number one, I don't know if it was Jamaica or Punta Cana. One of the airports was just wide open. It was all open air. I don't know if it was Jamaica or Punta Cana, but you drive to your resort, and there's just all this just amazing beach areas, but it's all just because I mean they're with what's happened in Jamaica and how bad their economy is, like all this beach area that would be worth millions if it was in the United States. It's 80 degrees every day, and it's just constant waves, and it's just there's nothing there, nothing developed at all. It's just crazy to see. Brad is already backfiring. Yeah, it makes her unlikable. It makes it. I mean, what is this? This is like third grade bullshit. Pretty sure Antonio Brown sold his X account. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of those tweets. He probably did. Yeah, he probably sold it to someone to tweet for him, and it helps him stay relevant. I mean, that's actually pretty smart. Biden was such a drag. Yeah, Biden was terrible. You just had an ounce of weed dropped off. Would be funny if Trump called Harris a slut. Yeah, you don't want to do that though. Just call her DEI. They offer you drugs. Yeah, they will offer you. They'll offer you like rum and shit when you're on the beach. I mean, you think the resort would get those people, but they do offer you shit. Yeah, they'll offer you shit right out of the airport. I was like 16. Treasure Beach, Jamaica. I don't think that's where I went. Yeah, a lot of those places are not safe. There's a lot of places that are bad now. I mean, there are horror stories of people trying to, vacation, and I mean, if you're outside of the resort, that's you're on your own kind of. The Brat honestly is good. I mean, dude, it's like a 16-year-old girl song, probably. I mean, Jamaica is very iffy for safety. Yeah, you've got to get to the resort. Get to the resort. Thoughts on esports becoming an Olympic sport soon? Well, I mean, to be fair, they've got a bunch of shit in the Olympics that is probably, iffy on if it's a sport or not. Is YouTube my full time job? Yeah, YouTube's at this point. YouTube's been my full time job for since I don't know, maybe not 20 late 2022, I think. No, I think that lady stepped down from YouTube or whatever. It's someone else. There's a different CEO. You know how Google does it with CEOs? They want it to be nameless because they want it to be a system so you can't blame anyone. It's just like what Twitter did when Dorsey stepped down, and it's like, who do you blame? They've wait, who was the person they put up? It was like some Indian person you couldn't even pronounce their name. They want it to be a vessel so you can't blame anyone if you get banned. They got breakdancing as an Olympic sport. Honestly, they might. I mean, I don't know if you're lying or not, but I could see it. I could see it being true. As long as Trump doesn't do something actually racist or sexist, he'll be fine. Just push back when they call him racist or sexist. Yeah, no, Trump really doesn't do any of that, anyways. Trump's like an angel. Let's be honest. Trump should have just picked Vivek. I do agree with that. The reason Democrats hate Trump because they can't control him. Trump is the ultimate god. Even independents admit Trump's like this god that's watching over the world and saving everyone. Should Joe Rogan have Trump on his podcast? Yeah, I think Joe Rogan is going to have him on. I mean, people ask me that all the time. Maybe next week or in a few weeks. Am I going to the DNC? Yeah, I'll go with the Palestine protesters. I wonder what would happen if I made a system that AI generates content, slop, leave it running on a laptop. Could I make? What do you mean? Like you'd have to upload that or something. Thoughts on Salt Lake City 2034 Olympics? Yeah, the Winter Olympics. I heard it was going there. Is that confirmed now? Just got a Trump Vance shirt and they spam you with donation requests. Really? I mean, I guess that doesn't surprise me. Elon Musk made X great. Well, Elon opened it up. He did sacrifice. There was value that was lost with X opening it up because a lot of people say stuff on there that's it's free speech now. If Trump offered me a cabinet, I mean, it's not even legal. I'm not. I don't know, man. I would pick. I would want to be chief of staff, baby. I think that's a good position. One from watching political shows. Will there be riots at the DNC? Yeah, we just don't know how bad they'll be. Nothing wrong with people protesting genocide. Well, I mean, it's selective. There's a lot of bad things that have happened in the world, and people, I guess, they choose what to care about. But Trump on Rogan, yeah, that's the ultimate win for Trump. If Trump goes on Rogan, he wins no matter what. I get 5 texts a day from Trump and Republican campaigns. Well, you got to delete that, man. You got to delete that. Vivek might be chief of staff. Yeah, they have to have someone that can talk really well and run things. I mean, they literally run everything. Do you think Obama is responsible for what? Obama's responsible for. I mean, he wanted Mark Kelly, but I don't know what you're talking about. Vivek versus Kamala. Yeah, Vivek, I think, would smoke her, obviously. Oh, and like an election, I don't know, but in a debate, Vivek would smoke her. Will I make a reaction video to Kamala's VP pick? Well, I mean, I guess it's big news, but it's kind of one of those things where I'm gonna say the same exact thing. It just depends on what state the governor is from or the senator or whatever. It could if she picks, it's gonna be a generic white dude from one of the swing states. The question is it gonna be Arizona or is it gonna be the Rust Belt or is it gonna be North Carolina? Vince McMahon voting for Trump? I don't know, probably. Trump almost got a hole in one. Yeah, Trump is actually good at golf. Yeah, it is legit, even with the weird swing and stuff. How much crypto are you buying? I'm trying to accumulate one specific meme coin, but yeah, I mean, I am trying to buy right now. I mean, the crypto's pretty far down, so I'm trying to buy some. Will there be a Kamala versus Trump debate in the future? Yeah, we just don't know when. Trump came out today. His campaign said that they're not going to do a debate time until Kamala is the official nominee. So they're not going to do a debate. So I'm guessing it's still going to be September. That's my opinion. They'll do one in September and one in October. That would be my prediction. Your photos of Biden and Harris show people. Yeah, I mean they're not my photos. It's just from the. We got community notes. Trump falsely accuses Harris of donating to Minnesota Freedom Fund, bailing out dangerous criticisms. I mean, these people all promoted the BLM riots. They all did. They'd be considered racist at the time if they didn't do it. September 10th. Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be September 10th. We'll see. Stephen Colbert, dude. Let me find this one thing. Let me find this one thing for you guys. I'm gonna have to go down pretty far. All right, now I'm gonna make the comparison. I think this is a pretty good comparison. Dude, this is one of the weirdest things. All right, so this is what I think the comparison would be. It's just so strange. I mean, how does this even happen? But this is the this is the comparison. It's like you watch one of those horror movies and Stephen Colbert and all the little, vaccine people. It's like they're dancing and mocking the people in the crowd like they're about to kill them, and the people in the crowd are just crying, but Colbert is mocking them. It's like they're the villains. That's the vibe I get from this. Dude, look at these dudes. They're in dresses. It's like they're about to murder them and they're mocking them. I got my 7th booster yesterday.
Vaccine!
There's a trans dude in the front. Dude, he starts groping this woman, this old lady. Wait, dude, where's the one video of Biden? Look at all these people. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a real thing they did. That's a real thing they did to try and get people to get the vaccine. God damn. I've liked too much stuff. Who will Trump endorse in 2028? Well, probably you would say right now it would be Vance because he picked him for VP, but it just depends. But I think it would be Vance. Like, how could it not be Vance? If Trump wins in 2024, unless Vance does something crazy, weird. Does everyone have their 87th booster? I mean, what happened to Pfizer stock? Pfizer stock went down like 90%. Kyle Rittenhouse versus LeBron James. Oh my god. What will happen to the Crooks family? They'll be investigated, and then I don't know what'll happen to them, but they're just going to investigate them, and it just depends. Late night comment. Yeah, it's terrible. They're all heavy liberal. Do I think Hunter Biden will speak at the DNC? Yeah, he's scheduled for the opening night. Just hit 142K. Amazing. Did I get the vaccine? I did not get the vaccine, no. Would you like to be Trump's son? That's actually a pretty deep question. I mean, probably not, honestly. Because it's like, I mean, listen, I guess being the son of a rich person is fine, but, you know, you got to grind and stuff. It'd just be hard to do that. Yeah, that's what I was saying about Crooks. Crooks is a lib who was influenced by all of social media, possibly someone, maybe a foreign asset. He's influenced by Rachel Maddow. He's influenced by CNN. They all said Trump was going to end democracy. They were going to put everyone in camps. So Crooks said, I'm going to be the hero. Crooks is a heavy lib. Absolutely. So that's going to be a thing that I need to talk about. Crooks is a lib based off of his Gab posts. Sometimes you have dreams that you're talking to Trump or Biden. Well, I guess that's interesting. Dude, I haven't had dreams in forever. I might have just jinxed myself. Yeah, I mean, that is state propaganda. Fucking a vaccine dance? That's evil. Well, you know, some of Musk's kids dislike him as well. But Musk did that thing where he like has a bunch of children. He tries to repopulate thing. Are you an anti-vaxxer? In terms of like the COVID or in general, I mean, I think there are important vaccines for sure, you know, for things that I mean, that have been proven. And I know some Republicans are totally anti, but I'm not totally anti. I just think, no, dude, let me just explain everyone what happened with the vaccine. I went to my family doctor. That's been my doctor since I was like 4 years old. He said, you're young, you're healthy, you don't need it. Okay, that's fine. That was it. It's not like I just asked my doctor. He said you don't need it. Did Biden have a stroke while in Vegas? I think that's what Laura Loomer said. It's hard to trust that. I'm vaxxed, sadly. Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, a lot of people are because they had to do it or they'd lose their job or they'd get something. What I understand. How many people were convinced to be jabbed? I mean, they're like mocking the crowd, like in a horror movie. They're about to kill him, and they do a dance. Have I played the game Road 96? I've never heard of that. I had the first two. The first two, yeah, because you had to get two shots early, and then you got a booster, a third booster. I gotta turn this down now. It's gonna have the Discord sound going. 8 out of 10 doctors had, yeah, because I don't have a public doctor. I have a family doctor who operates with. It's different than a public one that has like thousands and thousands of patients. The paragraph guy is salty. Well, listen, I mean, I think part of the problem is he's got a really long name. The name is not helping him because he's got a name that takes up two of the two lines in and of itself, and then he does the paragraph. So it's a double whammy with him. Road 96 about an election in divided. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that game, man. Root beer had me throwing up for 10 minutes and sick for a month. It tasted good though. Really, that's very rare. Normally when people throw up on foods, they become repulsed by it. Like I threw up corn when I was younger and I didn't eat corn anymore. I still don't eat corn. Although now it's better. It's like it doesn't. Do I live in urban or rural? Suburban. Thoughts on Taiwan? Well, Taiwan's in a very tough position right now. They do have a very good island in terms of it's basically booby trapped, so it's hard to invade, but China can still invade them, especially through the air. Trump's opinion on Taiwan's interesting. He wants I understand what he's saying, but it could make for a very hard situation to if he wants Taiwan to pay the United States for support. I'd like to see travel to random places. Yeah, I mean that might be kind of cringy, but maybe. Do you think Trump really wanted to pick Pence? Or people? No, that was Trump's pick. I think Trump was fine with that pick in 2016. Pence just got out of his way, helped a little bit with evangelicals. I mean, obviously in 2020, the verification of the election, Trump hated him and things like that. But when he made the pick, I think it was probably. I mean, he probably got help from people. Trump's not this bullheaded who's like, I'm just going to do it myself. They probably said, oh, this guy's probably good. He'll get out of your way. And there were other people available, and he chose Pence. Yeah, dude, Taiwan gets bad typhoons like two times. Like they have only 2 months a year. Are they not in like monsoon season? They get bad rain. What, is Malaysia the most rainiest place on Earth? I want to say that that's correct. VPs are usually the counter group within their own tribe. Yeah, that's not what Vance is. That's why people were angry. Would you move to Oklahoma to get cheap housing? Not Oklahoma, because that is pretty close to some significant weather. Mustard or ketchup? Ketchup, I would say. Tim Kaine. Yeah, that was such a bland pick. Stumbled across my channel eating shredded wheat. What an interesting statement that is. Pence had zero personality. Well, Trump liked that, yeah. Deploy troops in northern Mexico and declare a security zone. Uh, Dude, the problem is, are you talking about right along the border? There's so many Mexican towns along the border, so it's a mess. You really can't make a security zone in there because there's towns. I would like to have a straight line Mexico border, but the problem is the geography. Well, cheap housing, dude, it's not based on a state thing. It's whether you live where in terms of the city. Like there's cheap housing in New York, but not in New York City. I mean, like I mean maybe California, but even rural places in California, it just depends. If you live in a major city, it's going to cost a fuck ton. If you're in the more rural parts of the state or maybe I mean sometimes the suburbs like suburbs outside of Atlanta are very expensive, of course. Anything close to New York City, anything close to Chicago, anything in LA at all. Also, you've got the state income tax. Ben Carson. Ben Carson's the good doctor, yes. Ben Carson, what a name. From 2016. Our VP picks are more horse trading than actual picks. Yeah, I agree. I like Byron Donalds. Andrew Wilson. I mean, yeah, I like Andrew Wilson. How much longer will I be live? I mean, dude, it's I don't know. There's no set time, honestly. Are these polls reliable? This is a Rasmussen poll, so Rasmussen is normally a little bit more conservative. I still think it's good news for Trump, even if, I mean, they did oversample Dems +2 in this poll, so maybe they're, it's a more conservative pollster, but it's good numbers for Trump. If Rasmussen had Trump up by like 3 or 4, I'd say, that's probably not great, but 7 is a good number. Every border, yeah, dude. I zoomed in on the border to find what a fucking mess the border is, man. I wanted to see like if we could just build a wall straight across. It's a mess. There's so many towns on the border. The polls are not meant to reflect; they're meant to persuade. I don't know, man. I mean, polls are obviously not perfect, but they do give a snapshot, a rough snapshot, I guess. Want to see Rachel Maddow? Oh, she'll cry 100%. That's 100. They should do bets on that. I think she'll cry either way. Dems need to be +5 in general election for electoral college chance. Well, I mean, technically in 2016 that wasn't. I mean, because Hillary won the popular vote by 3, and she nearly won. She could have won the elect. She could have won it by 3 or 4 and won, I think. But I understand what you're saying. Considering Biden won it by 7 and barely won. All VP picks are somewhat DEI. They're trying to check. Yeah, man, I've heard that narrative. That's totally false. They tried to say Biden was DEI because Obama wanted a white dude. Okay, let's compare Biden to Kamala. Biden has decades more experience. He's got way more connections. The idea that how is Vance a DEI pick for Trump? That makes no sense. They're basically the same thing. If anything, a DEI pick for Trump would have been a Tulsi Gabbard. So that narrative is so, and also that's not even what we're arguing. We're talking about the president of the United States. That's why we're talking about DEI. You want to say Mike Pence was a DEI? He was never a president. He ran in the primaries, didn't win. So that argument is wrong. Wow, I appreciate it, man. That's a great donation. Pat's trick. I want to see Joy Reid have a meltdown. Oh, she'll have a huge meltdown. I want to see her wearing the Trump hair and have the meltdown, and then like have to like use the Trump hair to wipe away the tears. 2016 election was most rigged. You're trolling, man. Do you have any liberal viewpoints? I guess like we need there's certain things, of course. Listen, we can't be robots and just all 100% agree with everything conservative. Let's be honest. If Kamala was a Republican and Trump was a Democrat, who would you vote for? I mean, that question doesn't make any sense. I mean, Trump would be a completely different persona. Van Jones might cry again. Oh, he'll definitely cry if Trump wins. I guarantee that. Thoughts on Vance being as in bisexual? I don't think that. I think you're trolling me, right? You want to see someone donating $10,000 in a live stream? Maybe 10,000. They'll troll me and donate 10,000. Like freaking. What's the currency in Venezuela? Thoughts on Marshawn Lynch and New? That's really awkward. Did they do an episode yet? Dude, those podcasts never work. Remember when Obama did one, or was it not Obama? Or I don't know who it was. Obama and someone tried to do one of those podcasts. It lasted like 3 episodes. Trump was a Democrat until 2015. No, that's false. I actually saw a video of Trump in 2011 saying he was a conservative, or saying he was a Republican. Like, seriously, man, love your vids. I wanted your thoughts on Ada. I believe 9/11 was the start of the downfall. 9/11 was a crazy, massive event. And Ada was, in terms of the hijackers, he was the leader. I mean, Ada was the leader for sure. And was a weird individual, man. Always had a cold face. He got a degree in Germany, I think. Hamburg, maybe. Is Trump gonna win? I think Trump should win. I think we're pretty good. Trump's gonna win. Vance admitted in his book he's gay. That's gotta be a troll. What is DG Live? It's just me doing a live stream. That's all it is. Thoughts on Dan Schneider? Yeah, that was a fucked up situation, man. And then like you see all the episodes like with the feed and stuff. Jesus. Yeah, I do remember Trump in Home Alone. Trump was like wavering between Republican, Democrat. I think he's just a businessman. That's kind of what he did. If you had 50K cash, would you buy Bitcoin, gold, or Bitcoin? I wouldn't. I mean, if I only had those two options, I would buy Bitcoin. How do you feel about the new NBA NBCP? I just hate what's going on with sports going to streaming, man. I really do. Yeah, that new 9/11 video is circulating. I think that came out 2 days ago. Yeah, Vance has a wife. They're saying in a book he said he was gay while being a teen. Movie tier list. Well, believe it or not, most of the movies I like are from 2013 to 2014, and maybe like up to 2016. The stuff now, I mean, like think about it. It was like, I mean, what the movies like Interstellar, The Martian, Gone Girl, Prometheus, Prisoners, kind of like those movies would probably be my favorite. I mean, I'd have to think and be reminded of certain movies. Yeah, The Dark Knight Rises, both of those. Yeah, I know that. I know that Harris said that she wanted people from jail to vote. I don't know what. Yeah, I doubt she would say that now. What do you think the Bears are going to put their stadium? Probably in that. Well, I don't know. Maybe Arlington Heights. It's hard to say because they're running into an issue there with funding. The new 9/11 video. It's just a different angle, but it's still a far away angle. It's not like up close. Will Trump flip flop on crypto? I don't think so. I mean, there's really. I mean, he's got Vivek who's kind of influencing that, so that's good. Did you see Twisters? I saw the trailer to it. I don't know, man. It didn't seem like it had much of a plot. Yeah, I've seen Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, that's a decent movie. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. I saw it on Netflix like 4 or 5 years ago. Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala. You trolling me, man. Bullshit. There's a theory that when Dems realize they can't beat Trump, Biden will step down if he's not dead so Kamala can be. Yeah, I mean, that's why they had the debate early, obviously. Thoughts on the Raiders? The Las Vegas Raiders? I think the Raiders, they're always kind of like a 6 or 7 win team. They just don't have a quarterback. What is your type? I guess brunette. When is Tulsi going to be Secretary of Defense? I'm sure Tulsi is going to get a position in Trump's cabinet, I would guess. Are you interested in the new Reagan movie coming? The thing is with these movies nowadays, some of them aren't even in theaters. Some of them are just on Hulu. Does it have a decent? You know what I watched? I did watch Apollo 18 because it was free on YouTube. I don't know if anyone's seen that movie. What is it? The moon spiders, the spider rocks or whatever. The dude's like when he gets infected, don't ever touch me. My son Hunter. Yeah, dude, I watched that. Dude, but they had a fat version of Joe Biden. And then he's like, you're a Biden. Act like it. And they made Hunter a badass in that movie. I mean, Hunter's like a movie star. What's up, dude? I've been a big fan of yours for a while now. Binge watch every 9/11 video. Hey, man, I appreciate that, Jonathan. Favorite car? I do like the look of, like, maybe a luxury sedan, like a Dodge Charger or something like that. But, I mean, I'll end up getting a car at some point. Probably not that. Maybe a different type of luxury sedan. I was thinking about a Tesla. I just think Teslas, I don't know, they look like humpback whales. I watched both of the first Deadpool was really good. Yeah, that's a great line. You're a Biden. Act like it. I mean, there's really no odds to be updated on. It's just Trump's probably still at 62%, I would guess. Mark Kelly right now the favorites. Trump at 61%. Remember when BLM was nominated for? Yeah, that. Am I buffering? Maybe it's your internet. I don't know. Justin Fields, or I think Justin Fields should be picked. Honestly, can you do a video on the Twin Towers top? I think I've done videos on that on both of the towers roofs. Hmm. I'd vote Trump, but I'd think Obama wins as Democrat voters still. Well, Obama's not running. Yeah, I think it was the dude's internet claiming that. Normally, I don't buffer pretty much at all. Do you have enough money to buy a? I don't know what that is. I need to get a stream deck though. Buy a Toyota or Lexus. All other cars are inferior. Tesla money pit, financial ruin. Yeah, I mean a new Tesla I think is probably going to run you about 50K with taxes and stuff. Even just the normal models. Yeah, the White Sox are great, man. The White Sox are great. Obama 2008 versus Trump 2024. That would not end well for Trump. Obama was just too liked in 2008. Will Tesla become a flying car company? I mean, it's possible. Musk is obsessed with innovation. Do you think the DNC will have major protests? It's possible. Based, maybe they'll get shipped into there. What have I been doing with all the power? Oh, the Jill Biden quote. Have you been to One World Trade Center? No, I haven't. I was supposed to go and it got ruined by COVID. Dude, this I gotta do it. This I'm sick of this, man. Why is CNN saying that Trump is scared to debate Kamala? Well, Trump came out today with a statement and said that he wasn't going to debate anyone or set a time for it because he thinks they might replace Kamala. He's not scared to debate her. He said he would debate her twice. They're probably going to do two debates. So they're trying to swing it. They're lying. He's going to debate her. He wants to make sure she's running. I mean, they can have the debate in September as long as she's the nominee when she gets to the DNC. Do you think United 93 was shot down? Probably not. I mean, where it crashed was pretty suspect, though. Or it's just very lucky that it crashed near nobody. Plus, it was up for so long in the air, and they knew it was hijacked, and they knew the purpose of it. So, I mean, but I mean, I don't think so, but it's possible. Trump said until that's exactly what Trump said until they officially have their candidates. But all right, guys, that's gonna do it for this live stream. It's around midnight we're here where I'm from, but I'll definitely be doing videos tomorrow. Make sure you follow me on X. I don't think I have that link in the description still, but I'll probably be doing live streams. I don't know how much, but at least a few times a week. Michelle Obama at 2%. Kind of, it seems like a joke. I don't know if $28 million has been bet on Michelle Obama. That kind of seems like not true, but are you going to watch the movie about Trump? I've never seen that. I never even knew there was a movie about Trump. Maybe if it's, I mean, a lot of these movies have small budgets. Yeah, all right, guys, I'll be seeing you. Praise the I mean, we've got like a full moon or near a full moon. Now it's like 3/4 or whatever. A waxing nimulus? I don't know what it's called.